You guys want to get into a real conversation about money? So we were talking about billionaires earlier, and the reason I brought up billionaires is because this is how I look at it. I look at it as secret societies are secret societies for a reason. They create qualifications for you to be in a secret society, correct?
Yep.
So if they create things to make you be a part of them, what if one secret society was like billionaires? What if the only way you could know some specific things was if you became a billionaire? Because it's my belief that the wealthiest people, and there's pretty much proof of this if you know the 13 families, aren't on the fucking Forbes list. And if they're not on the Forbes list and they're wealthy, well, then that means that other people are wealthy. Pablo Escobar was a real fucking person. It's a whole different world. There's literally the internet and the dark web. If you've been on the internet, you probably haven't seen any real shit or real videos, and you've only been consuming whatever it is that you're being fed. But if you go to the dark, yes. But if you go to the dark web, bro, there's a reason why hackers are blowing their brains off when they go. There's a reason why those cops got themselves the fuck out of here, because they couldn't believe what they were seeing, because their entire reality, their life was the world is safe, the world is beautiful, the world is all these things.
Yeah.
That's not the real world, maybe for the elite. If the elite really are Satanist pedophile fucks that eat or rape or do terrible things to children, then that is a whole different world. And think about the money. Think about the money and the access and the ability to. They said they had a submarine for Epstein Island. A you need
crazy.
to think about that. They said that Stephen Greer and certain UFOologists are arguing that some UAPs are man-made and that they're being used to traffic people. So, to me, whether it's the sheiks, Trump and the billionaires in America like Larry Fink or Elon who want to put shit in us that are fucking part of the AI, fucking nano supercomputer technology, whether it's there's people who hurt children all over the world. Sheiks, Catholics, Jews, Muslims, Americans.
Thank you.
All races, blacks,
Thank you.
whites, Indians. It's a big fucking club, and we're not in it because we're righteous of heart. So we'll never understand that. And all of it is a smokescreen to me. That's why it's useless to talk about Jews, because then you can talk about Catholics. Then you can talk about the sheiks, and it's all a fucking smokescreen while they're literally taking people with technology that they've had for fucking years that could change the world overnight that they're not telling you about. And that's the fucking issue. We have to fight for that right now. No more bullshit. Why is there fluoride in water? What the fuck are we talking about? Why is blue dyes and blue and red 40? How is that even in our shit? How is anything in our shit that affects our health? Well, here's why: it's cheaper to make and you can get addicted to it because it's chemical. This needs to stop. What comes from the earth should be free. To me, I believe what comes to the earth should be free. Now, if you grow and you put your energy into it, then you can energetically ask somebody, hey, I think that my time is worth this much for cultivating this beautiful work of art with the earth. I think that's absolutely acceptable. But energy is always free. It's always been. If they have UFOs and UAPs and Nikola Tesla's fucking place got raided and everything got took where he mastered free energy, then why in the fuck are we even participating in the society anymore? And I'll tell you, the reason I believe is because we are the battery that is, like you said, being fed off of, and our emotions and our desperation and our hopelessness is being fed off by those that we cannot see. It's a metaphor. We can't see the atrocities of Epstein and all these other billionaires doing terrible shit on these islands. Because you just got to remember, Epstein Island just got sold yet again. Who the fuck would buy that? Why would you buy that? That doesn't make any sense. I don't know.
Oh, no.
Why would you want that?
Why would you want that? You're like, dude, this kids assaulting center is just abandoned.
Burn it to the ground, bomb it. That's where they should be testing bombs, right there on Epstein. Yep. Let's just do that.
That's a great.
I think actually here's my solution for all of this. I'm a solutionist.
You are,
because I can't sit around and bullshit. I like I said, I put this mission on my back to tell the world about this, because the moment everybody hears about this, to me, I don't know if we're going to have any more. I'm not saying anything heals, cures, or does any of that. But what I am saying is when you optimize the immune system, miracles can happen. And if you start to look into the science of stem cells, then you would know that it can do some pretty cool shit. So UFO technology, free energy, that's already out there. Why are we participating? And if we're not participating in something for our benefit, then it's benefiting someone else. So in the case of Epstein, why don't we go buy that motherfucking island? Or why don't we go buy, I live in New Mexico, his ranch is here. I would love to crowdfund to buy his place and then dig. Drill, baby, drill. Let's turn it into a museum and open it up to the public and see where these fucking tunnels lead to. Why don't we just take it upon ourselves to maybe, and hey, I wouldn't do it unless I was armed. I need at least 1,000 people if I'm walking on the tunnels. I don't know if I'm running into a Nephilim down there, like in these deep underground military bases. I don't know what the fuck I'm going to be running into. So at least 1,000 people before we start digging, armed, AKs, all that shit, like maybe an RPG. We'll have all the RPGers in the front in case we need to, get the fucking Nephilim out of here right away, and then we'll pepper them with the ARs. Anyways, I ain't going down in no motherfucking tunnel, but I think that we should buy Epstein's places and then dig.
So a ranch, maybe you could win the lottery like Epstein did 3 times or 4 times. So everything you're saying to me resonates with me. I've been saying this on the show for a while. We are dealing with apex predators.
Yes.
I went on Rogan and he's like, "Do you believe in the lizard people?" I go, "Well, they're all related." And I just brought up Obama and Bush. Let's not even talk about Queen Elizabeth with Val the Impaler and the Prophet Muhammad. I mean, that's the craziest one right there. That's the craziest one. And it's just like
time travel. The fucking Mark Zuckerberg. Hey, the Mark Zuckerberg thing where like there's all these celebrities that it looks like they time traveled. Would they be reptilian shapeshifting fucking vampires that learned the secret of life was in children blood and adrenochrome and ultimately stem cells? What I'm trying to tell you.
Sold for $60 million.
60 million. Someone had 60 million to buy it.
Do you think we could
a kid assaulting fucking? Yeah, you're not gonna get. You got to, dude. The New York Times is desperate for money. You want to read our cool article? Give us $1.
Hey, actually, go to archive.ph and you put that link in there, and it'll strip all that.
Fuck you, New York Times.
But
fuck you.
Do you think we could have crowdfunded that? You think we could have made it happen?
Absolutely.
60 million.
You don't think six? This is why like I get so impatient, because like I feel like I have solutions and I can fix everything like right now. Like that's how my mind works. And like why wouldn't we just get 16 million people? There are 16 million people that have $1. 16 million people have $1. And I guarantee you there's 16 million out of the 300 million. Well, there's some people that would be interested, more than 16 million, that probably have $1 to like fund it. This is why it's dumb to me. This is why it's stupid. Like, I think you could do that for a lot of things. I think that, hey, I'm going to start a militia to take back the world. And this is hypothetical. I am not calling for violence. This is just for entertainment purposes only. And I'm literally just using an example of what could potentially happen if people wanted to organize and actually like maybe do something to like change things. Like, what if you just had like 50 million people who are fed up just donate $1 and then have $50 million, and then like you could, use that money to like actually change things.
Get that GoFundMe going, bro. Get it going. Let's go. I'm in, dude.
I think that would work. And by donating, you also are signing a notice to whoever we're sending a notice to that we, the people, feel this way, and we have decided to do whatever we need to maintain our well-being and our safety. And it's just a hypothetical. Like, I think that it would be cool to buy Epstein's ranch and dig. I think that
I'm not against it.
No, I'm with you.
No, what you'd find some bodies.
But you guys remember when they were like, let's storm Area 51 on Facebook, and it got a bazillion people signing up for it?
Yeah, how'd that go? Yeah.
But do you ever hear the theory that, because then somebody did let's storm the Fed, and then they took that right down.
Yeah, right quick. Yeah.
But I wonder.
Oh, I'm getting arrested for anti-Semitism. Let's not get it twisted. I'm for certain.
But my question is, is that data for them? Who are the troublemakers?
Yeah.
Yes.
Could be. Yeah, it could be.
Yeah.
What
I'm already on a list, bro.
Yeah, me
I'm
too.
already on a
Yeah,
list.
yeah, we're screwed.
I'm just like, that's why I'm pushing back so hard on this, labeling everybody domestic terrorists. And I'm blocking people again on Twitter because so many of them aren't real people.
You have to.
It's just time to get rid of these people.
Because they'll get you kicked off. That's what happened to me, dude. I'm blocking everybody now. That's what Ryan Dawson said. You just got to block everybody.
Yeah, I'm doing that. I put that thing I talked about at first about the guy who tried to get a job, so he left his kids at McDonald's so he could go on a job interview. The nasty tweets with fake pictures and fake profile names.
Meanness.
Blocked,
just mean people.
Blocked.
Evil.
Goodbye. I don't need you here. I don't need you in my life. I don't need your...
I'm blocking the accounts that X tries to push on me all the time. Those accounts that I didn't follow that are just getting crammed down my throat with just dark energy stuff.
The algorithm
I'm
is so powerful on Twitter. It's like just get you into the silo. And you just like... I go, why am I agreeing with everybody on my timeline?
That's not good. Yeah.
Because you're in the ritual. Because you're looking into a black mirror that's showing you instantaneous realities that are happening.
It's so hard
right
for me
now.
to shit with my phone now after that one episode where the guy's like, you're basically worshiping a pagan god by shitting and looking into a phone. It's a god of crap. There was a god of crap. Somebody.
There.
Yeah. And I'm like, dude, man, you imagine being the god of poop. That's just got to be like...
You're God, but how about the day you get promoted to God, and they're coming in like, hey, buddy, it's your big day. You're getting
You put your
promoted
time
to God.
in. You put your
What
time in.
am I the God of like wine or what like marriage? No. You're the guy. You're God of shit, dog.
Yeah.
Diarrhea.
Of useless shit? No, just literally pooping.
Just pooping.
You are the god of pooping.
That's like Ant-Man and Marvel, the most worthless character that actually ends up changing shit. But,
It's just such a crazy
What do you think?
guy.
I'm really curious because it seems like you're active in that space. What do you think of Brian Johnson? Do you think he's a psyop? There's a lot of weird energy around that guy right now.
The guy who
he's
wants
everywhere.
Tell me,
That's the guy who wants to stay young. The guy who's like, look at me, I'm drinking. I'm sharing my son's blood.
Yeah.
Again, here. I think about this. Liz Crokin put out a movie called Out of Shadows a few years ago. And essentially it said that pretty much all of Hollywood was ran by the CIA, and the CIA had been infiltrated with Satanist pedophile fucks. Yeah. So if these Satanists can infiltrate all areas and walks of life, like I have a girl who's a friend, her name's Emma Catherine, and she has like the longest, she has the biggest archive of documented SRA, satanic ritual abuse survivors on the internet. You can go follow her channel. It's Emma Catherine, and she talks to all these survivors. Now, whether some of them are real or some of them aren't, most of them that are talking are saying a lot of similar things. And they say that their families, look like normal families, and they seem like normal people in society. But on Wednesdays, they were sacrificing babies. Okay, they were sacrificing babies. They might have been in a church, but they were just in a church to use it as a front, and then behind the scenes, they're killing kids. So if let's just say that's real, well, then how many times could you extrapolate that? You would have to think, if energy is not created or destroyed and polarity is a thing, and there has to be balance, there has to be probably, right, as much evil in the world as maybe what we see as good, you know? Because now even the world, when you look at the world, like more girls have OnlyFans than ever before. They're literally putting a price on their body and their energy and their time. Like like if you were to sell anything, like, and you sold your body and not understanding that the mind is all and that the body and the mind is the soul, essentially, like people have sold their souls for money to do things that they don't want to do. So they, to me, have infiltrated all parts of society, entertainment, and they've done it to lower human consciousness down to the place of inhabitability, or whatever the fuck the word is, for demons or lower level energies, right? Like that would make sense. They would lower our frequencies so that they could. I see people homeless now like never before. I'm in Albuquerque, just so you know. I'm in Albuquerque. And the homeless here, I was in Minnesota. You could see the same homeless for 4, 5, 6 years. The winter's up there. There's winter up there. It gets cold, real cold. Snow on the ground right now. Okay, Mom just sent me a picture. In Albuquerque, if I see a homeless person, I don't know if I'm going to see them again. This is the land of enchantment or entrapment, they call, but I believe that's a metaphor for this fucking planet. And right now, if you're deciding that you want to be low vibrational, you're going to have to deal with whatever energy comes and attaches with the as above, so below. Give and receive. What you feel manifests. What we think, what we feel influences what we think, and what we think manifests. And so if you feel shitty all the time, if you're consuming shit and you're subconsciously not knowing that it maybe has a intention behind it to hurt you or lower your frequency, well, that's a part of what they call magic. I'm a retard and I believe in like magic and shit like that. And like they say that magic is like literally just kind of like intention and like belief.
I agree.
And like that was the whole point of like Jesus's miracles and asking you, do you believe before every miracle? You know, it was maybe like coded language. I don't know. I'm a big fat retard. Anyways,
you're shredded, dude.
Yeah, so I believe, long story short, that, you know, they have to lower our frequency. They have to get us afraid. They have to make us stupid. They have to make us, you know, because when you're stupid, you can't think of solutions. Ultimately, being smart, when you really think about it, is being able to answer questions. And how can you answer questions? Experience. What's experience? Wisdom. You have to experience things to gain knowledge, and then knowledge becomes wisdom because you can see solutions for things. And that's the point. That's the reason why success is a science and it can be broken down. Everything can be understood. That's why this time has been fucking crazy, because they're overloading the conscious mind. The only reason we know anything that's happening is because we're looking into black scrying mirrors showing us trauma and negativity and the most ratchet, mundane, lowest vibrational content and entertainment and bullshit. They have made retards. And by retards, I do not mean people with Down syndrome who have telepathy, like on the telepathy tapes, and autism. I mean people who consciously choose to live in realities where they themselves are not reaching their highest potential. When we live in the information age and are able to instantaneously find answers to whatever it is that we want, we now have something called AI, which can instantaneously think for us. There goes the crown. And in that, we can literally use that information to dictate what we're going to do with our lives, how we act. And if you don't want to get better, to me, in 2025, if you don't want to become your highest optimal self, to give back the most to humanity, you're retarded. And you can't get better if you don't know what you don't know. And that's the problem. People they don't know what they don't know.
And they're arrogant about how much they don't know. They are so arrogant about what they don't know. And it's so crazy to watch, because we've been doing this show, you know, this show is over 8 years old. I mean, and in terms of culture, 8 years is forever. Just think of like how much different the internet is in 8 years.
The way I see it, it's two high schools. 2 full high schools. Like if you think about it, freshman through high school, I'm like, damn, that's 2 full ones. Because when you're in high school, you're like, oh, this is gonna take forever. We just did 2 of those.
Yeah, I mean, I saw some clip the other day with Angelina Jolie, like when the internet was kind of early, you know, and she's, you know, looks not much different than she does now. She's had a lot of great work done, But she was talking about like, yeah, I just can't imagine. It seems like we're all going to be communicating with each other. And I mean, dude, it was just not even a quarter of a generation ago. We had the internet. We didn't even know what it was.
It was so crazy.
And now this AI, I feel like this AI thing is another internet, but maybe times, by multiples of what we got with the internet.
So
life changing.